Welcome back to Macabre London's Abhorrent Advent Calendar. As you'll be aware if you've already joined me for the past 4 episodes, I'm counting down the days until Christmas, but not in the usual joyful way you may expect. Instead, I'll be telling you 24 gruesome stories until we hit Christmas Day, when you'll receive a full-length episode of Macabre London as your hideous Christmas present from me to you. Under door number 4, we learned of the origins of tinsel and the reason why you should always be kind to spiders, as they may just be magic. Unfortunately, after the heartwarming respite of yesterday, you'll be pleased to know I'm back to my old shenanigans today and taking you to meet the most terrifying Christmas creature there is. No, it's not Mariah Carey. I promise you he'd make an appearance of his own, and how could he not? Strap yourselves in as we open door number 5 and meet Krampus. A Christmas beast you'll no doubt be familiar with already is Krampus, the goat-horned demon covered in hair with a pointy tongue who captures naughty children. Another anti-Santa character in the St. Nick universe, Krampus has become more popular than any of the other creepy offshoots, due to him being far scarier in appearance and also in his behaviours. The big scary goat man has origins that go way back. Originally thought to be the son of Hel, the goddess of death, and Loki, the shape-shifting god of fire, Krampus actually is more likely to be an evolution of the Yule goat, a Scandinavian tradition where villagers would dress up as a goat-like character and play tricks on each other. Due to his striking looks, Krampus also wins in the style stakes for looking the scariest. Along with his cloven hooves which clip-clop on the European cobbled streets, he also has chains which can be heard rattling as he makes his way from home to home on his hunt for bad children. The reason for these restrictive chains is thought to be a development by the church, to show that even though evil can still roam the earth, it's bound by the protection of God. However, this seems fairly pointless, as the old goat demon can still kidnap your badly behaved little darlings, which makes the whole sentiment null and void. Krampus is fairly ruthless as to which children he will take, but if your child is only mildly annoying, then they will be let off with a whipping by either birch twigs or a whip, depending on which part of Europe you're in. Once the naughtiest children have been sourced, he will stuff them into the wicker basket he carries on his back before taking them to be eaten, thrown down a well to be drowned, or if you're the creme de la creme of terrible, then you'll get to accompany the hell beast back to his homeland, where you can be tortured for all eternity. How very festive. If you are lucky enough to ever be in central, western or the alpine towns of Europe over the Christmas period, then it's customary to have Krampusnacht on the 5th of December, the day before St. Nicholas Day, where a parade of hundreds of Krampus, in all their gorgeously gruesome goatly glory, rampage through the streets, whipping people, scaring children, and generally causing mayhem. The parade, known as the Krampuslauf, sees demons performing in the streets by shaking their chains, dancing around fires, and generally displaying the type of behaviour one would expect from a demon that's only allowed out for 1 day a year. Luckily though, there is a way to calm the beast, and to stop him from causing any further damage. If you present the creature with a drink of schnapps, then this is said to calm him down. However, several reports from Krampuslauf across Europe last year in 2019 would suggest differently. In Carinthia, in the Eastern Alps, Krampus were held responsible for hitting someone in the face with a birch branch, cutting a child's leg with an overzealous whipping, and 2 firemen who act as chaperones for the Krampus to make sure they're protected and also to stop them from crossing the line, reported that they were set upon by a gang of the demons and beaten. 3 Krampus in Tyrol in western Austria accidentally set themselves on fire after playing with a box of fireworks, and in Salzburg, which has the largest of all the Krampusnacht festivities, saw many rogue Krampus after the festival had ended, roaming around the city centre, randomly whipping people and taking the festivities a little too far. As with most things, it's the people that take it too far that ruin it for everyone else, and if the Krampus don't get themselves under control in 2021, then there may well be restrictions imposed that could see these parades closed forever. Krampus organisations, and yes, that really is a thing, have begun to impose rules onto the men in the suits that mean they should behave themselves a little more. Krampus are now assigned with a number, meaning that they can be easily identified should they become too unruly, and also reported by the public should they go rogue. Drinking before the event is also said to have been stopped, but as this festival relies heavily on Krampus having a shot of schnapps quite often, I struggle to believe that one. Lastly, the Krampus have now been told to respect any barriers that have been put in place to keep them away from the general public, something which was flouted regularly before, with the goatmen diving into the crowds to whip their unsuspecting target. So tonight, before you settle down into bed, don't forget to leave out a shot of schnapps for dear old Krampus, and if you happen to hear the clank of chains, or the jingle of bells, I suggest you hide, unless you've been particularly saintly this year. Thank you for joining me for door number 5 of the Macabre London Abhorrent Advent Calendar. I'll be back tomorrow with door number 6, so make sure you join me then. If you're enjoying our spooky Christmas parade, then please tell your friends and spread the word. I love seeing new faces around here, and after the year we've all had, I'm sure we could all do with a little extra Christmas cheer. Please like, comment, rate, review and subscribe on whatever platform you're enjoying this on, and come and say hi on my social media. If you'd like to help support the show, then you can do so by signing up to our Patreon, buying a gift from the Amazon wishlist, or making a one-off donation via the Acast supporter link. The links for all of these are in the show notes and the description. Thanks for joining me, I've been Nikki Drees, and I'll see you for door number 6 tomorrow. That was quite strong.